Inos. लवर सी बात कर लेता, कह रही नो कहाँ मरे।
Sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, I was in a mute. Thank you for like noticing. Okay, so basically, before going to the example, I want to clear you all. Today we are actually discussing about abstraction, Java abstraction, and we will discuss about interfaces. Okay, so basically we already like discussed this thing, right? Abstraction. And what is abstraction? Basically, it is a uh, it is a process of hiding the certain data, right? And show the essential information to the user. And it is one of the fundamental principles of object-oriented programming. And we can achieve this abstraction by using abstract class and interface class. Okay. So basically, what we know, basically abstract class, we cannot create an object of that class. Okay. And in abstract method, it can only be inside abstract class, and it cannot have the body, but the body is provided by the subclasses. Okay, like a child class. Okay. So to acquire or inherit all the properties from parent class, right? We need to inherit by using the extend keyword. Okay, so let's see some examples. It will clear you. Okay, so suppose I have a abstraction package, and there I have a abstract class which is animal. And I want to tell you guys, right? So basically, inside abstract class, we can declare our method, right? Abstract method as well as default method also that can have the body. Okay. So basically, default method means which is public method. Okay. So let's say I have a method public abstract void uh, animal sound. So this is the method I have. Okay. And if I try to give some body, it will generate an error. Okay. And same way I have a public method also. Okay. Okay. And here you need to give a body. Okay. Because it is public. It will ask for body. So that's mean we can have abstract method inside abstract class as well as default method also. Okay. So this is our abstract class. Now create a child class. Okay. So suppose take it like this. Okay. Imagine like this. This is a category, and this animal category is having its like own subcategory. Like it's having its own department, right? Animal department having like in animal we have dog, cow, horses, cat, and lots of things, right? So we will create subclasses for it, like separate animal classes. Okay. So now to inherit the properties of this animal class, what we need to do, we need to extend the animal class and override those method, right? So extends and to inherit, right? So we use this extend keyword for our abstract class. Okay, there is different keyword for interfaces. Okay, so we will extend the animal class and it will give me error because it will say me we need to implement those unimplemented method. Okay, and so this is our method which is abstract. Okay, and we will say this method, right? We will give the body here, and we can like whatever the public method we created, right? So we can get access of this method with an object. Okay, so it will be accessible by using the object. Okay, you cannot override this public method. Okay, so let's say I have a body, uh, this dog. So it will make this sound pig, dog, pig. And we will do the same thing, override the method of sound. Okay. So now to execute this, now what we need to do? We need to execute this code or thing, right? So for that, we need our main method, right? So let's create another class that's having containing the main method. Okay. This is our main class, and it's having the main method. Okay, where we are going to execute, right? Inside main method, we are going to create an object. Okay. So now, now for which class we are going to create an object, right? So if you see for abstraction, we always create an object of the subclasses. Okay. So basically like our subclasses, which is dog and pig. So these subclasses are actually inheriting the properties of animal class, right? So now, if I create an object of this subclass, right? Say like if I create an object of this subclass, that's mean I can get access whatever inside this animal class, right? So using object name, I can simply get access of that public method, which is sleep, right? So let's create, and for each and every subclass, we need to create an object of that class, right? Separately. So if I have dog and pig class, I need to create two object for dog and pig. Okay. Okay. Now, by the object, by using object, we can simply access those attributes, right? Say dog dot animal sound, and say dog dot uh, sleep. Okay. Cat, pig. Okay. So now, if I run it, it will give me the output, right? So now, because like we already have a method, and inside that method we have our uh, printing statement, right? Console print, right? So for method, it will we are calling by object name, we are accessing all those method. But in case of attributes, like if we have some string or integer variable that having value, for that we need to store it somehow. Okay. So suppose if I have something here in log, so to access this, right, we need to use object. Okay. So same thing, we are going to using object, we are going to call this XYZ, and it will give me an error because it is not stored in anywhere. We need to store this attribute in inside a variable. Understood? So let's say, so whatever the data type we are taking, right? So it is an integer. So same way we need to declare an integer and we are going to store it there. Okay. So understood. And now we can simply print it using uh, print statement, right? Okay. So everyone understood, right? Abstraction uh, Java abstraction. Okay, so we see the one part, right? Abstraction using the abstract class. Okay. So anyone having any doubts related to abstract class or abstraction? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, good. So next we will move to interfaces. Okay. So there is single interface, like we say there is interfaces and there is multiple interfaces. Okay, we will talk about that. Uh, let's say, so basically like what is interface? So basically in Java, like interface is a programming construct that defines a contract for classes to follow. Okay, it serves a blueprint for a class, specifying a set of methods that must be implemented by any class that claims to implement that interface. Okay. Or we can say like interface is another way to achieve abstraction in Java. Okay. So basically, interface is completely abstract class that use a group of related method with empty bodies, right? So uh,
Through interface, we can achieve multiple inheritance also.
yeah, yeah, we can achieve that using multiple interface, multiple inheritance. Yeah. When we work with multiple interface, that means we are doing the multiple inheritance. We are achieving multiple inheritance with, okay, using the multiple interfaces. Like what we know, a class can implement multiple interfaces, right? Allowing for multiple inheritance through interfaces, right? We say. Uh, let's say, yeah. Serves as a blueprint for a class. Okay. So, and it actually serves a blueprint for a class and like specifying a set of methods that must be implemented by any class that claims to implement the interface. Okay. Okay. So basically what we know. So an interface is similar to an abstract class, but with with a key difference that cannot have any method of implementation, right? So basically, like we can say, and like all methods, right? Whatever. So basically, all methods inside interface are implicitly abstract. Okay. So that's mean what that's mean. Basically, it means we cannot provide a body, right? So okay. So let's see some examples. Okay. And yes, so basically what we are doing in abstraction, right? Here, abstraction, right? We are using abstract classes, right? And how we are accessing, right? Accessing this or inheriting this by using the extends keyword, right? And in case of interfaces, to access the interface method, right? So here we have abstract method and in interface, we will have the interface method, right? So let's create a package and to access those, we will use the implements keyword, right? So instead of extend, we will use implements keyword. Okay, we will see how we do. Okay. Okay, okay. Yes. Done now. Okay. Okay. Let's create a package, name it interface. Okay, we will take the same class for interface. Okay. So let's create an interface. Okay. So this is our interface. Okay. Animal interface, public interface, animal. Okay. So instead of class, we say interface. Okay. Now inside here, we can have like interface method, right? So whatever you give, right? We don't previously, we actually mentioning the abstract keyword, right? In case of interface class, we just simply declare the method as public and it will be the interface method. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it will give me the error. It like, did you see some difference, right? So in case of abstract, right? Abstract class, there we can like public void sleep, we can give the body. In case of interface, there we cannot like have the body because this is interface class and by default it will take this method as interface, like interface method. Okay, like abstract method, we cannot give the body. Same way, like sound, and we will say like. Now, same way, this is a parent class. Okay. And we need to create a subclass for it where we can inherit this parent class. Okay. Now, here, because this class is interface and we actually like in our Java, we actually like inherit like those class, right? In interface, if we need to inherit those interface, we need to use the like to access those interface method, right? Inside here. So to access those interface method, the like we need to implement. Okay, we need to implement this class by the subclass. Okay, using the implements keyword. Suppose this is the subclass and we are going to inherit the properties of animal. Okay, so using implements keyword, we can simply inherit the animal class. Okay. And, okay. Now, same way, it will say we need to implement those unimplemented method. If I click here, it will override those two unimplemented methods for me. Okay, understood? So now we can simply pass the body over here. Okay. And same way we'll do with dog also. We are going to inherit the animal class using implement keyword.
Pagi 2 hours terus napupuntahan yun siya. That's 2 hours.
Okay, and can you please be mute yourself? Well, okay. So now we created this. We actually inherit the. Now we need to just execute this. Okay, we are going to execute in main method. Okay, so now, so if you think right, this top class. Okay, so let's create another class. And simply same way previously what we are doing right for abstract class. So same way we are going to create an object of those subclasses, and by using object we can get those properties or method. Okay. Uh, okay. Yeah, okay. So it is printing. So basically like what is the difference between abstract class and like interface class, right? So basically like abstract class, like an abstract class is a class that cannot be initiated directly, meaning we cannot create an object of an abstract class. Okay. Whereas like in interface is a similar to an abstract class, but with a key difference that is cannot have any method implementation, right? So we cannot give our body inside that interface class or interface method. And like in abstract class, like it serves a blueprint for its subclass, which are required to provide implementation for the abstract method declared in the abstract class. Okay. Whereas like in interfaces, all methods in an interface are implicit. Okay, abstract. meaning like they don't have body. Okay. And like in for interface, like a class can implement multiple interfaces. Okay, so actually we did not see like multiple interfaces. So what we know multiple interfaces mean, so more than, if we work with more than one interfaces, that makes multiple interfaces. Okay. And like a class can implement multiple interfaces, allowing for multiple inheritance through interfaces. Okay. So we will see like how we actually achieve multiple inheritance using multiple interfaces. Okay. First of all, let's say a class we cannot create an object. This is point one. Okay. Uh, so if you say for differences, right? So we can say not differences, we can say like there have some similarities like, okay. So basically it is provide a blueprint for its subclasses which are required to provide implementation for the abstract method declared in the abstract class, right? So okay. And like so basically like abstract class and we can say like to define an abstract class, right? To declare or define an abstract class, we need to use the abstract keyword before the class, right? That keyword. Okay. And like for interface class, right? So basically, an interface is similar to an abstract class, but with a key difference that it cannot have any method implementation. Okay. And we say like all methods in interface are implicitly abstract. Okay. Means that don't have any body. Okay. So basically, a class can implement multiple interface, right? Allowing for multiple inheritance through interfaces. Okay. Okay. So let's see how we actually achieve this multiple inheritance through interfaces. Okay. Let's see multiple interfaces. So let's see. Okay, so I have three interfaces. Okay. Now, say, uh, suppose, next, suppose say, in interface one, so I have multiple interface method. Okay. Uh, Method one, Same thing, but change method name 3, 4. Okay, so to identify it, right? So, say 5, 6. So these are the method we have. In interface 1, we have method 1, method 2. Interface 2, we have method 3, method 4, and as well as in 3, we have 5, 6, right? So now there is like these are the you need to know, right? So there are the different parents. So these are the parent class. Okay, 3 parent class, and inside a subclass you can like call or inherit as per your wish. Like you can inherit the 2 interface or 3 interface, or if there is multiple interface like 10, 12 interface, like you can do it. Okay, but how? Okay, so let's say we are going to create a subclass. Okay, say name it as demo, or okay, say it as subclass. Okay. So now what we have seen to achieve like to uh, inherit, right? To inherit the properties or attributes or method, right? Inside the parent class, we need to extend for abstract class or implement for interface class, right? So we are going to implement to inherit those properties, right? Say implements, implements. So now which property you are going to access, you need to call that interface class for it. Okay. So suppose I need to get access of this method 1, method 2. For that, I need to inherit this interface 1. So I will do interface 1. Okay. And suppose I need to get access of this method 5 and 6. So for that, I need to inherit this 3 also, right? Interface 3. So using comma, and we can simply add another interface or inherit another interface. Got it? And so it will say give the unimplement method, and there is like 2 method for interface 1 and 2 method for interface 3. So it will override the 4 method for me. Okay, understood. So now as you can see, right, so this method 5 and 6 is inside like interface 1, and this 1, 2 is from interface 1, right? So we can like give body here like uh, okay. Suppose I have another subclass. Okay. Okay. Now I want to get access like interface 1 and interface 2, right? So I will do implement interface 1 and interface 2. Seems good. Now we are going to call this in main method. Okay. So let's create a class with main and it having the main method. And now we are going to create an object of that subclass. And by using object, we can get access all those methods. Okay. Now you can see, right? So for subclass, right? I inherited interface 1 and 3. For interface 1, I have method 1, 2, and for 3, I have method 5, 6, right? So it is going to call those method, right? So now you can see here in object 1, we have this 4 method 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay. So it is giving me those test case, right? So by using now you understood, right, how we actually uh, overcome the multiple inheritance by using through interfaces, right? So multiple inheritance we can achieve through multiple interfaces. Okay. So anyone having any doubt related to abstraction and interfaces? Okay. Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.